I'm Tessa Williamson. I'm Millie's mom.
I'm David Williamson. I'm Millie's dad.
Millie has meiotic non-disjunction trisomy 21, which is also known as Down syndrome. Prenatally, we knew that she had duodenal atresia, which meant that she had to be on TPN or IV nutrition for the first 3 to 4 weeks of her life. So she's had some feeding difficulties. Also, due to the Down syndrome, she has hypotonia, so she's a little bit delayed in some of the physical development. And that was actually the first thing we came to Capra for, was for physical therapy with Chris.
When I first started working with Millie, she was having difficulty just sitting up, pushing up on her hands, just general developmental skills like that. Her strength was low, her endurance was low. When you have those areas that are weaknesses, it impacts other areas of your development. Like if you're unable to sit up, it's going to affect the way you eat. You know, if you can't sit up, or it might even affect your speech if your core strength isn't where it needs to be to facilitate or assist those activities.
With Millie, the biggest concerns for their family was feeding for her, and so that's really what I was focusing on. But what I first noticed was just kind of how playful she was, but also how curious. She was kind of curious about the toys I had in my room and what I was doing, what mom and dad were doing. And so that was really fun to see, just kind of how in tune she was with us, but then also how in tune like her parents were with her and their connection.
When I first met Millie, she was very reserved. She was kind of an observer of the world. She was very cute and she would smile, but she would come in a session and she would sit and then just kind of take it in and sort of look around and kind of kept to herself a little bit more.
For Millie, when you're getting ready to eat, there's a lot of things that have to happen prior to that. You know, it's more complex than what people realize. And so Chris really helps with, you know, she's sitting up, she's holding her head well, you know, those gross motor movement aspects, and that's what he's done a great job with her with. And then with Deborah, she's looking more at like the oral motor piece of feeding, and I kind of do more of the sensory piece, but we overlap the most.
One thing that we were told by a doctor early on that I think probably every parent in this situation should hear is that the diagnosis would not tell us what Millie can or cannot do. It would only be Millie herself that would tell us that.
The mission of Capra Foundation is to build abilities and empower people of all ages living with disabilities. So Capra Foundation has a unique approach to pediatric therapy. We believe that collaboration is really key to a child and a family's growth and development.
Since she's been in therapy in general, I've noticed such growth in every aspect of her life. When she started to be able to sit up and move around a little bit more, instead of just kind of sitting there in the session with me, she was starting to move and grab toys and do more interaction with me. And so it all kind of bleeds together with OT and PT and speech.
As Millie's been gotten stronger and her balance and everything had improved, she's been able to explore, get to the toys she wants to. If something's a little higher, she can get up on her feet now and reach overhead to get them, like go up on her tiptoes. She can go over to her parents and stand up at them, you know, at their feet or at their knee, you know, at their lap when they're sitting, and just maybe crawl up onto their lap now, whereas before she couldn't.
Also, I think with her communication increasing and her knowing that she has ways to tell us what she needs, we'll listen to her, we understand what she has to say, I think she feels more in control. And so she feels more safe to start exploring things on her own, because we're not just sitting there and she's kind of a passive participant. She's taking the charge. She's telling us, no, I don't like that. She's telling us more things. And taking the spoon and putting it to her mouth herself. So seeing that independence increase for her, I've seen just an explosion of her communication skills as well.
She will actually wait until we're out of the room sometimes and then go and sneak in practice. And we can hear her moving around a little bit, but still trying to be quiet. And we'll sneak peek around the corner to see what she's doing. And she'll be standing up, just practice standing. And it's like she's trying to get better at it, so that way next time she goes to therapy, she can show off.
I've certainly been a lot more hopeful seeing the progress that she's made. when we first brought her home from the hospital, I really didn't know what to expect and was quite worried about how she would progress and what that would all look like. But with the progress she's made, I'm fairly hopeful.
Every year, the need continues to grow. And Capper Foundation is right there to ensure that we are there to meet that need and really to even anticipate the needs that come. Last year, the gap between unreimbursed cost of service delivery and us carrying out those programs and services that are so vital to the people we serve was over $5.2 million. That is the greatest gap that we've had to overcome in Capper Foundation's 105-year history. I want our donors to know that they are needed and they are valued and they are appreciated, and that every dollar invested into the programs, the services, the mission of Capper Foundation is stewarded to the very highest level. I don't think it's a coincidence that we rank in the top 5% of all charities in the entire country on how we will steward every dollar that's given, because we know that those dollars impact lives.
What I love about working at Capper and having donors that support our mission is that as a therapist, when a family comes into our doors, I know that my sole focus can be on giving them the support they need.
I don't think Millie would have made as much progress as she has without Capper. The toddler and infant services are great and wonderful, but the additional therapy that we've had from Capper has been really instrumental in her progress as well. And so I'm very grateful to the donors and everybody and the therapists who are making this happen for her.
This is a phrase that we always had with her, because she'd like get up and get out of bed from a nap or whatever, and then she'd just kind of be sitting there being cute, and she'd kind of give you a little smile, and you'd smile back at her, and then she'd start getting giddy, and it'd just kind of be a feedback loop of everybody smiling at each other, and she'd start bouncing around and just getting so excited, and it just charged her up like you're charging up her smile batteries, and then she'd just be ready to go for that's all she needed. You just charged up her smile batteries, and that's what she needed, and she's good to go for the rest of the day after that. She seems to run on smiles.